Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the fastest podcast on the airwaves today, the Cat's Corner Podcast, a very special podcast today with your host, the world's strongest man. No, I'm just joking. The man, the myth, the legend, brother.
Calm down, Big Ray. Calm down, Big Ray. You're losing it. Just get to it. Go ahead. Introduce me. Why you so happy?
People
today?
know who you are. You're the three-time world karate champion, a WCW legend, a WWE legend, a actor. Got a movie that just dropped called The Unbreakables. If you haven't seen it, you are wasting time. Get on a streaming service right now and find this movie.
It don't
and
come
I
out
am your
to
co-host and the birthday boy, Big Shug Keziah. On this podcast, I blaze nothing but fire. Give a brother a call if you want this, Oscar Mayer. What's happening?
Bro, you going too far with this.
Man, I had a cup of coffee this morning. I don't even drink coffee.
No, that sounds like a cup of donuts. You need, listen, today's your birthday. Try to be nice, right? Let's try to get along. You know, I'm telling you, today is your birthday. And how old are you?
54.
And you just turned 54. Ever since you turned 54, you've been a jackass.
Well, that's true. That's true. Now, today's a little special. Today's a little special. We're doing a Raw recap from last night. Now, a word from our sponsor. It's Recite, RE-SITE.com, Recite.com.
We're Recite. Of course, we offer all-inclusive site work. We're Recite. Of course, we have a dynamic site crew. We're Recite. We have secure foundations. We're Recite. Of course, we're good stewards. Recite redefines the way site work is done. Contact us at recite.com. It's RE-SITE.com.
We're talking about some upcoming events that we got planned in Atlanta. Hopefully, we'll get to that.
Hey, did they have Trick on?
No, because this was Raw. He's on NXT. He'll be on tonight. He'll be on tonight.
Trick is one of my favorite wrestlers now. I'm getting
Trick
into that
the
character.
NXT World Heavyweight Champion, and he is a bad man.
If he was on let's say Raw or either SmackDown, who would you like to see him against?
I would love to see him go against Braun Breaker.
Why Braun Breaker?
You know who Braun Breaker is, right? That is Rick Steiner's son.
Yeah.
Bronson Steiner.
He's almost got the same kind of character that Goldberg had, right?
He does. He's like a new Goldberg kind of, yeah.
But does he wrestle much? Is he an instant destroyer?
He does some wrestling, but he does do that quick. He does do those, whatever you want to call it, squash matches. I mean, he's in and out.
Where Trick don't need to be in a match with him, not yet. Because
I think it would be a good match between the two. They're both young. They're both very athletic, and I think
young don't have nothing to do with wrestling, bro.
I get that.
Age don't. I mean, you got Sting. Do you remember Sting?
Do I remember Sting? Yeah.
How about Billy Gunn?
Billy Gunn.
Guys are down in their 50s and 60s, and they still wrestling. So,
correct.
So it don't make a difference.
Jericho's 55, and he's still rolling good too.
That's what I'm saying. So age is just a number.
Oh, I know. I was told myself this morning.
54.
Age is just a number. When I'm 54 and I'm starting to feel a little depressed because, you start creeping up on your number, that big 6-0. And
I look good though. You see what I'm saying? I look good, Ray. Yeah, you look every bit my age. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah,
that's not true.
Big Ray. You try to grow a beard that's not even covering your chin.
Well, that's because I shave it. I just get a little bit right there. I don't know, man. It's like a week. This is a week's growth. I'm going to keep it 2 weeks, and after that, I'm going to probably shave it off. It's already starting to itch.
And let me save you some time. Cut it off, Big Ray. It's not anything there. Cut it off. Now,
I'm
Big
going
Ray,
through my Brock Lesnar phase.
Big Ray, let me ask you this, right? Oh, with the little ponytail on top of his head.
I'm gonna try to grow it out too.
Where? I wonder what made him go for that look.
Viking. He wants to look like a Viking because he does look like a Viking.
Yeah.
I mean, he looks like that could be in his heritage, I believe. He could be a Viking.
Mm-mm-mm. You know, have you read anything on the internet about WWE or AEW in the news?
Not not to speak of. Why? Do you know something I don't?
I know a lot of things you don't know. I'm just asking you. I want to see what you, as a fan, a super fan, super smart Mark. I want to see what you guys think about wrestling these days. I don't listen. I don't even have to watch the show. All I got to do is pick up the phone, call one of you guys, super fans, and you guys will tell
We
me what's
catch you
going
up.
on.
We catch you up so you don't have to watch it. Is that what you're saying? You don't have
That's
to do
it,
your
sir.
homework for the podcast. You got somebody else doing your homework for you, and you cheating
Yeah.
off my paper.
Yeah, yeah. If that's how
Well,
you want to put
as
it.
a super fan, last night Raw was pretty good. Wasn't the best Raw I've ever seen, but it was pretty good. Pretty good. They're setting up the show in Saudi Arabia, the Crown Jewel, and so we got some more clarity there. They're furthering the story between Seth Rollins and Big Bronson Reed, a parking lot battle they had last night because the arena can't hold them.
Mhm.
They had Jimmy and Jay Uso teasing, of course, getting back together with the original bloodline with Sami Zayn, trying to make sure that Jay knows what he's doing and don't get blindsided again by Roman and Jay and or Jimmy. I
But
mean, his
wait a
brother.
minute, wait a minute. You don't have to give us the rundown of all the matches. Give us one match and let's talk about it.
Well, you didn't watch it, so it's kind of hard.
Bro,
It's kind of hard to do that.
How it's gonna be hard to do that? And I know the business. I've been in the business.
Well,
Let
you
me
know the
speak.
business, but if you didn't watch the
Let
match, how
me
are we going to talk about a match you ain't seen?
just run your fat mouth, run your fat jaws up and down, and watch the words come out of your mouth. And
Okay,
I'll be
the
able
first
to.
match on the first match on the card last night, I thought was probably the best, and that was Ludwig Kaiser. He's part of Gunther's Imperium. These Germans
So
fought
who won
Sheamus.
over? Who went over?
Sheamus went over.
They trying to keep Sheamus real strong, I see.
Yeah, they're booking him pretty strong right now.
And I mean, is he doing a lot of big matches or
He's doing a lot of different things with different people, but I think he's in the good graces of Triple H. I think
Yeah,
Triple H has been
somebody
a
like
fan
him.
of his for a pretty good while.
Somebody like him, because I've seen nothing but good things.
And he's doing a lot
matches.
of PR work for the WWE, like for soccer matches and stuff like that. I've seen him be on like NBC's panel for like European soccer and stuff because he is Irish, so they take care of him over there with that. But so he's doing a lot of PR work for him, so he's in the good graces of somebody.
Well, it got to be Triple H, because I think Triple H running things around there. I mean, who booking the shows?
He is Triple H.
So that's what I'm saying. Triple H like this guy because he's been around for a while.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. There wasn't many matches. There wasn't many matches. It was only a 2-hour show. I don't know if you know this or not, but Raw went from 3 hours back to 2 hours a few weeks back, which I think is a smart thing to do, going from 8 to 10 instead of from 8 to 11, because some kids have to get up and go to school the next morning, and they can do 8 to 10.
Listen, it's not all for kids. You do have that bracket from 18 to what, 20
40.
or 34? Yeah. You
18
do have
to 50,
that
I believe. 18 to 50.
18 to 50?
Yeah, 18 to 50.
Do you really think there's 50-year-old people out there watching pro wrestling?
I'm 54 and I watched every minute of it last night. So yes.
Yeah, but you lived in your grandma's basement for a long time.
My grandma didn't have a basement. She was poor. She didn't have a basement.
Then. Well, all right.
But anyway, I would have if she had one. I'd have been in my grandma's basement.
You got my drift, right?
Looking on a chili dog, if you will.
Let me ask you something. What old match would you compare this match to? The one you were just talking about. What's the guy name?
Ludwig Kaiser and Sheamus, I would probably compare to
what two guys you've seen in the ring that you can compare this match to?
Dusty versus Tully Blanchard.
Bro, why Dusty? You always throwing Dusty out there. I mean, why?
Dusty tells the story. When you got Dusty down and you dropping that arm down and that's 2, and you're like, oh, if it goes down that third
So-
time, it's over.
So did this match reflect something that made you think of that match?
No, it's just honestly, if I really had to pinpoint it, I would say because they're 2 foreign people, that one's German and one is Irish. I would probably say the Russian Nikita Koloff versus maybe Magnum TA back in the day.
Oh yeah,
Something along that line. I remember when they had that best of 7 series for the United States title, and Nikita jumped out to a 3-0 lead, sort of like the LA Dodgers have on them Yankees right now. But we'll talk about that in a
Bro,
minute.
we ain't talking baseball right now.
But I'm just letting you know, baby.
Keep your mind.
I told
keep
you
your
the other
mind-
day when you said that the Yankees was going to win the
Ray,
game. I said LA.
Ray, calm down, man. Did you take your medicine?
I
Calm
did not.
down.
I did not
Calm
take
down. You're a grown man acting like Dusty Rhodes.
I
Cut
know
it
he
out.
gets in me. He gets in my soul, baby. I can't help it.
And just like Ric Flair got in your soul, baby.
Yeah, he got in
And
my.
he told
got in
you
my
get
ass
the
cracked.
tell you get the hell out of the room. That's what he did. So
Get the hell out of here.
So who
Kid.
was the next? Who was the next match on that? On that.
The
card?
next match was Ivy Nile, which is a little power lifter girl. She looks like a little bulldog. She wrestled Selena Vega.
Oh,
the
I
Puerto
like
Rican
Selena.
princess. Oh,
Selena is
she
nice.
bad.
She's
bad.
nice. She worked her butt off. I mean,
She did.
She actually worked in the ring. She
Yeah,
takes good bumps.
she's a real good hand, and Ivy Nile went over in that one.
What she's married to somebody.
What's his name? Alistair
You know.
Black.
Oh yeah, the one in AEW.
Yeah,
I
the one that has
wonder
that crazy eye and does a lot
I wonder
of
what
martial arts.
happened. What happened to him? And cause it seemed like he was being pushed well in WWE.
He was, and then they stopped in the WWE. I don't get their, and of course, now that was when Vince was there and creative was a little different. But if he was there now, I think they could really build a solid program around him.
Let me tell you this: if Triple H is there, if The Rock is there, if the Bloodline is there, Vince McMahon is still there.
You can't say that. You can't say that.
They may
you
do
said it, but
something.
you can't say it.
Listen, they may do something different, but the blood run deep. You understand what I'm saying?
The blood
That's
runs
just
cold.
like that. Just like you. That's just like you leaving your family, your mama and poppy. You leaving them and you going out to do other things, and they think you're doing some of the same stuff that your dad used to do.
Oh, I know.
Wake up, scratch his ass, howl to the moon, and start his day. So
Hey, you know my dad scratched his ass. I mean, that's just nuts. He's nuts.
So with them running this show like that, don't think Vince, there's nothing there that reflect on something that Vince would have done if he was still here.
Towards the end, and I'm just going to be perfectly blunt, he was about as disconnected.
We ain't talking about Vince McMahon. We're talking about.
I know, but I'm just saying. You keep saying that if they're there, he's there. He was disconnected, man.
I could say that because I did not watch the show yesterday. I'm just going based off the information I'm trying to get from you. You understand? You're my reflection. You're trying to give me some information enough to where I sound smart. You understand?
Right.
Give me what you're my eyes. You are my snitch. Wherever I need you to go, you go and bring all the information back to me. You understand what I'm saying?
I got you. You the Godfather, and I'm bringing you back the information on what's happening on the corner.
You're like my pool boy. But let me ask you this right here. You can't use that word boy. Well,
you just did.
I
just did.
I want to ask you.
Let me call the fly lawyer. Let me get the fly lawyer on the phone.
I'm calling him today. Let me ask you something, Big Ray. You're my good buddy. We've been friends for a long time, so I can slide this in. I can ask you about this right here. And it has nothing to do with wrestling, sort of.
Sort of.
So let me ask you this. What word could I, a black man, call a white gentleman like you that may be equal to the N-word that you would call me? Oh, somebody of my
Honky,
statue.
Honky or Cracker comes to mind right off gate.
See, that's a trick because I asked a white guy. He said cracker don't mean anything but you own land.
Actually, Cracker back in the day means you had to whip and it cracked. That's what that meant.
I've never heard that. Never
Well, you
heard
stick
that.
with me and I'll teach you a little bit of what we call Old South history. Back in the olden days.
See,
That's what it was called. Cracker. And that's why they called him that. Look at that Cracker. Because he had
for
that
real?
whip. Yeah.
For real?
That's why Cracker Barrel. That's where Cracker Barrel got its name. They used to put them.
Hey,
they used to put those. Listen, they used to put the slaves over a barrel and whip them. I'm just being honest,
bro. You don't. Hey, bro, you don't be on because you haven't seen it. Don't
I'm just
open
telling you
your
what
mouth.
the history book says.
Listen, don't disrespect my race. You don't
I
know
ain't
nothing
disrespecting
about
your
it.
race.
So you
Listen,
keep that
Django,
out of your
did you
mouth.
watch the Django?
You keep that out of your mouth.
Did you watch the Django?
You keep that out of your mouth, Big Ray.
Did
you
you
don't
watch
talk
the Django?
about. You don't talk about. And now you're trying to compare her to some old slave movie. Listen, Big Ray. Let's not go here, Big Ray. Let's not go here.
You are
Let's
twisting. You twisted my words. That ain't true. You just called me a honky and a cracker.
I know it. Let's go back to wrestling. Let's go back into wrestling. What was the next match? What was the third match?
The third match was the War Raiders, who used to be called the Viking Raiders, but now
I like
those guys. They're like Vikings, but they changed their name finally back to the War Raiders, which they were the War Machines on the independent circuit. But the War Raiders defeated the Latino World Order.
Oh,
the
wow.
LWO. And they now earned a shot.
Hold on.
At the World Tag Team Championship.
Hey, you don't have to get it all in. Let's discuss it.
Well, that was the reason that they had the match. It was for the number one contestant.
Is that what is that? LWO? Oh, now is that the same thing that Eddie Guerrero and those guys started back during those times?
It's a spinoff of that. Yes, the Latino World Order.
So it's almost like the Bloodline.
Kind of. They got their own little faction led by Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, all Latinos, right? Anybody else in there?
No, all Latinos, brave. All Latinos.
So that's all they got in there. That's the bloodline for those guys.
It's the Latino bloodline, bro.
And they've been running for a while, right?
Yeah, been doing it for a few years up there now with they had Carlito there for a while in there. Yeah. They have the
Carlito, he's still there.
Yeah, but he's now with the whatever you want to call it, the what is it? The dog. I can't remember the faction.
He's the still on the show.
Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley. Judgment Day. He's into Judgment Day now. He turned on the Latino World Order and went with the Judgment Day. That's right. I figured it out. Fans, I'm sorry. I'm getting old. 54 today, and my memory is the second thing to go, and I can't remember what the first thing is. But anyway, so that was the third match. And speaking of Judgment Day, the final match on the card.
Hold on, bro. Wait a minute. How you just get? We still talking about that match?
Okay. Well, I mean, really ain't much to talk about. I mean, it
is. It's a lot to talk about.
They're really pushing the War Raiders right now.
But so they went over.
Oh yeah, they won.
Oh, okay, all right. So
it was a good little match. Good little match. Some spots in there. It's good. Because that one big dude, man, he likes to get up on the top rope. I mean, he's a big dude that can fly around the ring, so he's kind of impressive. But the other guy, I guess, has been hurt for a while, and now he's back, and so now they're pushing him pretty hard. But we've got new tag team champions. I don't know if you're aware of this or not, but on Friday night, we didn't talk about it yesterday on the podcast, but Friday night, the Motor City Machine Guns in their second match, actually be their third match in the WWE beat the Tongans of the Bloodline for the World Championships.
Now, who are those guys?
Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley. They were with TNA forever as the Motor City Machine Guns.
Okay, I remember those guys.
You know what I mean? They're kind of a X division type body style, smaller guys that fly all around the ring. They do those hot spots, high spots, and all that stuff. But they were coveted pretty hard.
So
AEW was after them, and Triple H ended up signing them. And when they did, normally you'd go to the NXT. They went straight to the main roster.
So are these guys mostly? Are these matches? Were these matches just matches against people? So there's nobody really like in some kind of angle with each other.
No, it's just like two tag team LWO. If they'd have won, they would have gotten the number one contender spot to wrestle Motor City Machine Guns. But now it's going to be the War Raiders.
So what was the last match? And who was
it was Damian Priest, formerly of the Judgment Day, versus Dominic Mysterio. And good match. You had Dominic Mysterio bumping all over the place for Punishment Martinez when he was.
Does he work? Does Dominic?
But he's now Damian Priest.
Hey, Ray, shut up when I start talking.
Go ahead.
You trying to get all of it in at one time. Let's talk to each other. Let me get in. Let me
get in there, baby. Get in there.
I don't want to have to cut you off all the time by yelling.
I'm just trying to get in where I fit in. Go ahead.
Bro, you gonna get in. Just take it easy. Okay. So where's Rey Mysterio? Is he not involved in these matches anymore?
Not with his son. Not last night.
Is he still? Are they still pushing him, Dominique, as a heel?
Oh yeah, he's one of the biggest heels they got.
Wow.
I mean, he can't even talk. As soon as he goes to talk, the fans boo him so loudly that you can't hear a word he's saying.
You know that used to be like Eddie Guerrero. For some reason, Eddie just kept the crowd hot. They were hot. All he had to do is go out there and they were boo. They loved to boo him.
They did. I mean, he reminds me so much of a young Eddie Guerrero. He reminds me more of Eddie Guerrero than he does his own dad. Well, I think that's by design. I don't know why. I guess it's the mullet.
Maybe it's the way they pushing him.
Yeah, the way they've got him looking.
See,
with that
you fans don't understand. You're supposed to think that way because that's the way they pushing him.
Yeah, absolutely. Damian Priest went for his South of Heaven choke slam, and the Judgment Day interfered, beat him down, and Dominic got the win.
Oh, and that was the
main
whole
event.
Night. That was the main event the whole night.
2 hours. There was a lot of promos. A lot of backstage stuff.
Like who was the commentators?
Joe Castatori, he's from ESPN, and Wade Barrett. Bad News Barrett. I've got some bad news.
Wow. Bro, let me ask you this right here. What about those Pittsburgh Steelers? I love what they're doing, man. Listen,
6-2.
Listen, I love what they're doing. I tell you, that head coach for Pittsburgh Steelers,
Mike Tomlin,
got to be the best coach ever. He make moves
18
that
years
other coaches won't make, and they work. I was talking to some guys here in Atlanta, and when they were talking about quarterbacks, I told them, I think the two quarterbacks they should really go after was Justin Field, and who do you think?
The one
Russell Wilson.
Russell
Wilson. Yeah. I told them they should. Russell Wilson gonna get the ball to all the players. Justin Field gonna sit back and be that player for the future and learn from this guy. That's all they needed. But now look at what they do. Now listen, Kirk Cousins is doing great for Atlanta Falcons. He can throw that ball. But look how much money they had to pay him to get what they getting from him. $190 million.
Yeah, I don't even want to talk about it because my quarterback is getting $60 million a year, and he ain't worth $60 a year.
bro, that's a little harsh. That's
No,
harsh to say because it takes more than a quarterback to pull a team. Look at Aaron Rodgers. What do you think about him in New York? Do you think it's time to worry about him? It's time to start looking
I mean,
for
Aaron
the
Rodgers
future?
is getting a little long in the tooth. I mean, what is he, 40? I mean, he's doing it at 40 years old. He's there. I mean,
He's doing whatever he's doing what at 40.
he's starting
He now,
quarterback at
bro,
40
come
years
on,
old.
bro. But now you calling the Dallas Cowboys quarterbacks.
Dak Prescott,
You
Dakota
saying
Rain
that
Prescott,
you saying
Rain
that he's
Dakota Prescott.
you saying that he's terrible. You
He
saying he's
can be.
not
He
great.
has flashes of brilliance. I guess that's why he's getting money because when it don't matter, he plays well. But when it
So
matters, he plays terrible.
why do you blame how do you blame him? I
Because he's the one
saw
throwing the damn interceptions.
bro, I saw a couple of balls that he throws. See, you a mark again, a smart mark. I played football. Let me tell you
I did
something.
too.
Listen,
Not collegiately, but I
when a
played.
quarterback throw the ball into a position or into a spot, it's for the receiver to make the break on the ball. If he throw the ball to his back shoulder, it's for the receiver to make that break on the ball and get the
Why would
ball.
you ever throw into double coverage near the goal line? Into double coverage.
Well, as T.O., as some of the great receivers,
Michael Irvin.
why would somebody throw to you with two guys on you? Because you know what they'll say? Because the ball is my ball.
Yeah.
So
Well,
throw
every
me the
time he did it
ball.
the other night, Sunday night, it went the other way for the
Because he
San
got a
Francisco.
bunch of divas. A bunch of divas. I saw a throw that Russell Wilson made over the shoulder to the outside.
He was dropping them in last night.
This guy caught the ball, and the defensive back missed him, and all he had to do is walk the sideline and go straight into the end zone. But what did he do? He took it out of bounds, real cool. He looked like he didn't try to get to the end zone. Did you see that play?
Oh yeah, I watched the whole game. I watched
Does it
the whole
look
game.
like, to me, didn't it look like I think with number 14,
Yeah,
didn't it look like he could have carried that?
Pickens.
Yeah, doesn't it? Didn't it look like he could have carried that right into the end zone?
I tell you
With nobody in
that
between
Austin
him.
kid is badass. And did
We
you see
ain't
that?
talking about Austin. We
I
talking
know
about this
you talking
particular
about. You
play.
talking about Pickens. Pickens is a great receiver. He's absolutely awesome.
But
Did you see the one in the end zone when he didn't get both feet down? He got 1 foot down and he got pushed out of bounds and he got mad on the sidelines because they wouldn't call the touchdown. I guess he thought because he had 1 foot down, it was going to be good enough.
Is that's that diva in them. Diva. Now you listen, if the ball is not perfect, they're not gonna go for the ball. Back in the day, what was that receiver for New York Jets who said, just throw me the ball?
Well, you
He
know
wrote
who
a
it was.
book.
It was just give me the damn ball. He wrote a book called Give Me the Damn Ball.
Throw me the ball. I don't care if 3 or 4 people on me, throw me the ball. Keyshawn
Johnson.
Yeah. Keyshawn said, throw me the ball. He wanted the ball every play. These guys get the ball and they don't make a play and they complain about it.
Well, poor CeeDee Lamb is our only real receiver in Dallas, and he has to go crazy catches. I mean, every which way, just because the ball is either overthrown, underthrown, thrown behind him. It's just terrible, man. Just terrible quarterback.
It's not terrible. They'll get it together. These guys are at work.
Well, the next time they play will be in Atlanta, Georgia. So we'll see if they get it together.
I hope they don't get it together then.
I'm telling you, Atlanta's going to beat them by 30.
What, listen, that's what I want. That's what I want. This is going to tell, too, about Atlanta. Everybody think Atlanta is a good team. They win one good game, then they lose another game that they were supposed to win.
Well, they're in first place in their division.
Listen, bro, that's the worst division of all. Think about who they beat. New Orleans, the Panthers, and Tampa. Yeah. Who haven't beat those teams?
Well, the Tampa Bay's a pretty good team now.
Yeah, but Atlanta beat them twice.
I know.
And then Atlanta came. Did you know they just lost to Seattle
Yeah, I watched the game.
last week? They
Yeah,
should have blown. That was a let's go game. That was a game where Atlanta said,
they
let's
probably
go,
should have
because
won
we
that
win
game.
this
You're right.
game. We should have won this game and been on the 5 street just going. By the time the break, they'd have won 3 games in a row.
They got a good team. They got a real good team. Turned it around a lot faster than a lot of people had envisioned that they would in Atlanta. They got a lot of hope for the future in Atlanta.
How's it turned around? They got a 40-year-old quarterback.
No, he ain't 40.
He's 35, 36. You might as well say he run like my grandmother.
Hey, he can stand in that pocket and zing that ball, buddy.
Now he can throw the ball until people get at him.
He reminds me a lot of Dak Prescott. He plays when it doesn't matter. He's the best.
He throw a little bit better than Prescott.
Yeah, and Prescott runs a little bit better than he does.
But
that's but they are basically the same quarterback. If you
so
look
I
at
tell you what, for $80 million, you guys send Prescott to us, and we'll send him to you.
I would take it. You
send Prescott with $80 million, we'll take him here in Atlanta.
All right, call your man. Call your man. I'll make it happen.
Okay. All right.
So what else we got cooking? What do you want to talk about? What's coming up in Atlanta or no?
No, we don't have to talk about that. We can talk about the Lifetime Achievement Award. That I'm gonna tell you a story, and this is a story that really is dear to my heart. When I was young, in the neighborhood that I lived in, we would never see a TV star, somebody on TV, somebody on the radio. We would never see that kind of stuff. But one day there was a black grocery store, new chain opening in my neighborhood. I got a phone call that day, sitting at home, because the guys went down there and said it's a new store opening. I might have been 12 years old. I get a call from a phone booth. Back then they had phone booth and home phone on the wall. Ring, ring, the phone ring. It's one of my friends said, hey, you need to get down here. Thunderbolt Patterson is down here. I hung up the phone, put my shoes on, sprinted all the way down to this place where Thunderbolt Patterson was. Thunderbolt Patterson, as I got there, he was walking out. He was walking to this beautiful yellow Cadillac. He had a cowboy hat on. And he was looking sharp. And we just sit there and just looked at him, just watched him walk, get to the car. Then he stopped before he got in the car. He said, hope you guys grow up to be great men. And that right there stuck with me for years. For years. I wanted to be somebody that, not a superstar or a celebrity. I wanted to be somebody like him that impact young kids just by saying hello to them. That's what I like.
How does it feel to really disappoint Thunderbolt?
How's that?
By the way you turned out, how does it feel to really disappoint Thunderbolt?
Bro, you know, I got a great career. I had a great career, bro. You know what I'm saying? As you
listen, I'm envious of what all you.
I had a great career. You know, I work with young guys, and I don't even have to go into it, but I work with young people every day.
Law enforcement officers, you give back to the community.
I give back to the community. But Thunderbolt was the person that gave to me just for that moment.
He gave you the inspiration you needed as a young adult to achieve your dream.
Not inspiration. He gave me hope.
Hope
that I can achieve something more than what I was used to seeing in the neighborhood. And some of that, most of those was drug dealers and people who are doing wrong things. Those are the people who had the nice cars and the money in the neighborhood, you know? But I saw,
and you was determined to do it legit.
Do it different. And I found a way. When I saw him, and he gave me hope when I saw him. That was all I needed to see. Somebody who looked like me, somebody the same color, somebody sound like me, somebody walk like me. Let me tell you something. He gave me hope. You know, when I see you,
that's motivation.
Yeah. So when I see you, it's just like when you was a young guy, you might have ran across Dusty Rhodes. Think about what that meant to your little heart.
It really meant a lot because I was like, man,
Yeah.
if I could eat barbecue like this man eat barbecue,
Yeah. It have a
man, I
body
get
like
big.
that.
I get big like Dusty. I wonder what kind of hot sauce he uses on his barbecue sandwich. Oh,
See,
he's a Texas Pete guy. Okay. Well, it's all Texas Pete for me from here on out.
boy, I love that dude. Dustin Rhodes was one of them too. Dustin
He was a
Rhodes,
real one. He was a real one.
Abdullah the Butcher. But you know what?
Abby.
It's gonna be good for us here at the Cat's Corner
Mm-hmm.
to present this award to Thunderbolt Patterson,
For a lifetime
Achievement Award. Show our appreciation.
Absolutely, because he deserves it for sure.
Yeah. And you know, so this is our opportunity, Big Ray. You understand what I'm saying, Big Ray?
Yeah, I'm excited.
Just to give this award away. This is our opportunity to give back to pro wrestling, not just take away from it.
Right. It's because there's a lot of takers in this business.
And we sit here and we watch wrestling. We are entertained by wrestling. It's just like me and you. We just having fun, talking, communicate. But somebody gonna be entertained by this. We hope. Somebody
Hopefully.
who,
Yeah, I mean,
somebody
get
listen,
something out of it.
if it's only an hour, if we can get one smile off of somebody by watching us, just one smile.
It was worth that 60 minutes of pain that I had to go through sitting here with you. If they got something out of it that's positive, for sure. For sure.
See, you always trying to be funny, and you're not funny at all.
I don't understand what you mean.
That's why you couldn't make it as a wrestler.
My back wouldn't let me make it as a wrestler. I have compressed vertebrae.
No, that heavy head you carrying around.
Yeah, I couldn't. I was like, when I run to the corner, I was like this.
So, Big Ray.
Yes.
Go ahead and close this thing out.
Well, first, we would like to thank our sponsor, Recite, Metro Atlanta's only place to go for all your construction needs. It is Recite. Check them out online. They have a fantastic website, RESITE.com, recite.com. And we will come to you again, hopefully live next time in Atlanta, Georgia. We'll be side by side.
Let's talk about where they can go to see this. We got to tell the people, if you want to see this full thing, maybe
if they're seeing it, they already know how to see it.
Yeah, but tell them to subscribe.
Oh, you got to like and subscribe if you want it to pop up on every new show we have. If you want it to come directly to your phone or to your computer, you got to hit the like and subscribe button there on YouTube. And the more likes and subscribes we get, you can also ask questions for the cat or for myself, and then we will answer it on the air.
Yeah, see, and we gonna, listen, we are here to entertain you. Let us know who you want to see.
Yeah.
We can interview anybody.
Yeah.
We can interview anybody.
Except
Tell
Donald
us
Trump.
what you want to see.
We can't get Trump.
We don't want Trump.
Yes, we do.
No, we don't.
Yeah, we do.
We don't. No, we don't.
Trump.
Kamala.
Oh my God. No, he didn't. Oh,
yes,
no,
I did. That's what we need,
didn't.
bro. I don't like talking politics.
Let's don't talk then, because we on the wrong end of the road right now.
Yeah, because I'll get mad and my hands may end up around you and your guy's throat,
Oh my goodness. Now you're talking about getting up. Secret Service. He's just joking.
Secret. I got family member in the Secret Service. What are you talking about?
That's supposed to be a secret. Anyway, don't tell him.
All right, Big Ray.
Hey, I appreciate your time today. Thank you for the birthday wishes.
And what day is this?
Today is October 29th.
October 29th, Tuesday morning. Tuesday morning. It's a great day. All right,
it's a great day to be alive, baby. Great day to be alive.
Let's get out of here, Big Ray.
I appreciate you, and we'll see you next time on the Cat's Corner podcast.